Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video on Coleman Livestock Company. Welcome to our farm. This video is going to be on acquiring your sheep. My favorite subject, favorite hobby, favorite pastime is buying sheep. I love to buy sheep. It's one of those deals where somebody, if I won a lottery, the news lady said, "What are you going to do? You won a lottery? I'm buying more sheep, lady." But But anyway, sorry, I'm a little distracted. There's a black buzzard over there. He's circling. He's low. Go get the buzzard, dog. But anyway, so if you're looking for sheep and if you're wanting to start a registered flock, or a commercial flock, best place to start, money's not an issue if you've got the budget for it, is you can go and get on some of these Facebook pages, Craigslist, join some of these sheep groups. Like there's one for Katahdins, Dorpers. Every breed of sheep has a page on Facebook. A lot of the sheep producers have gone to MeWe to sell livestock because they don't care about the whole selling animals like Facebook does. So you can go that route, but you can look around over there. But a lot of your registered breeders, if you want to go the registered route, you can usually figure about $400 a head for you, or more or less, but generally that's in a decent ballpark. Figure $2,000 for you. $2,000 for a ram just to starting out. You know, you can spend just well more than that if you really want to find a ram. If I was going to be in the genetic selling business, I would look closer to as much as I could possibly afford to spend. But you know, if you're gonna go sell the other registered route, then you got to go get registered stock from somebody that makes registered stock. If you're wanting to go commercial, you can also go to registered breeders. A lot of them, which if you're gonna go the commercial route, more than likely, if you're gonna need a ram, you're gonna be talking to the registered producers anyway. Spend some good money, get a real good quality ram, and as a foundation for your flock. So it'll give you a good starting point. And sorry, baby sheep down there, they got me distracted. They looked a little new, so I was checking on them. But if you're going commercial route, you're gonna need a good ram, so you need to hit a registered guy up. In my opinion, I would go to a registered sheep producer, find a really good ram. What you'll learn, some registered sheep producers just have a few. I've been to one, he didn't have but 50 head of sheep. And I said, "You only got 50 head of sheep?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, I figured you'd have a lot more than that." He said, "I got you to drive 8 hours and give me $1,200 for the last one I got, don't I?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "So I get $1,200 a pop for my male rams that's 10 months old. Why do I need more 50 mamas?" I said, "Point taken." So anyway, you're gonna go commercial, you're gonna probably want a really nice ram with some really nice genetics. So you're gonna visit the registered guy too. A lot of times, some of them will have a big commercial herd, a larger commercial herd of sheep, and that, you know, to go along with their registered stock. And you can buy commercial ewes, replacement ewes from them. They're not that expensive. I know there's one guy in Missouri that raises registered Katahdins. He's got like a big commercial herd, and he had some on his Facebook page for 200. I want to say between 2 and 250 a head, and which isn't great. That's something that I would like to get to in the next couple of years, is to get my replacements from some of these breeders and get some of their commercial replacements, just so I can step up my genetics, kind of get a more uniform foundation instead of just a hodgepodge. Because truly, I don't really know where my ewes came from, farm-wise and genetic-wise. So that's something that, you know, down the road I'm looking to do. But most of them will sell you commercial ewes, and the nice thing about them is you know where they come from. It's usually a closed flock, or it's well managed. They're tested. They're usually testing them so they know what diseases they've got, what they don't got. And when you say commercial, basically what a commercial ewe is, especially when you're talking about register stuff, it means she's registerable. Paperwork just hadn't been done and she's not registered. And so by selling her to you and not registered, then you can get her at a smaller price. She's usually not show quality, or maybe she may have one flaw, but she's still got the same great genetics, and she's still a great ewe, and still going to do a good job on a pasture. Because what happens in a show ring and what's desirable in a show ring is not necessarily what you need on a pasture or on a commercial environment. So they're two different worlds. And so, I'm not interested in a show sheep. I don't go to sheep shows. So I don't sell show sheep. I want ewes that are tough, they're hardy, they're low maintenance, and they can come out on this pasture with no barn, have babies, raise them babies, and be around for the next year. And raising babies by themselves. Don't need me pulling babies and doing a bunch of crazy mess. And they know how to take care of their babies, and they'll raise them. That's what we look for. But you can usually find those there fairly inexpensively. And that's fairly inexpensively in the registered sheep world. Or they might have some that they, if say they were sheep that they were breeding up or something, they may be like 95% Katahdin, their percentage. So they may be listed, they're not registered, but they might be listed as 95% Katahdin with the Katahdin Association, or 75% Dorper, or, there's a percentage. So you're getting a lot of the desirable qualities and traits at a percentage of the cost. And that's great, because sometimes you can go and buy, you might make the argument, well, yeah, Mr. So-and-so is going to sell me 3 old ewes. Well, you're new to sheep. Do you know how old those ewes are? Do you know anything about them? You don't know nothing about them. He's going to sell you 2 ewes for $200. This man's going to sell you one that, ain't never had babies, or she may be on her first lambing, so you'll get her for her second lambing. Some of them will sell you ewe lambs that they're not even a year old, and they're bred. I've seen folks do that, breeders do that, and they'll charge maybe $300-400, but for $400 you get mama, baby, and you don't have to worry with having a ram for like the next 8 months. So that's also a way to go. It really just depends on what you're trying to do and the numbers of the head of livestock that you need. So that's just some food for thought. If you like the video, just like, subscribe, share if you think it's relevant for anybody. If you got any questions, comments, gripes, complaints, just put them down there in the comments below, and we'll see you on the next one. We'll talk about another place to get sheep.